So today we're doing a Royals rebuild. Last night they made a pretty solid trade in acquiring Andrew Benintendi for around nothing. Really, they traded away Khalil Lee, which seems like he's almost MLB ready, maybe a season away. And that was really about it. Outside of that, I felt like this was a pretty easy trade to make, and they didn't really have to give up too much. Andrew Benintendi still has a lot of upside. He's not too old, and I feel like, he just needs maybe a change of scenery. I think that's really what it is. I think he has the talent, just really hasn't shown it yet. And I think maybe with the change of scenery in Kansas City, he might turn it around. And I think the Royals have had a pretty solid offseason. They've picked up Mike Minor, now Benintendi, Carlos Santana, Hanser Alberto. I want to say they picked up somebody else now that I'm missing it. We'll look at the roster in a sec, but they've actually had a pretty quiet window, but it's been good, and I like it. So we're gonna be doing a Royals rebuild. I hope you enjoy it. Thumbs up if you do. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, in the comment section, tell me who you think has had the best offseason so far. There's still a couple free agents out there, but like, who do you think's had the best offseason? All right, so Ervin Santana retired just now in the game. I know he actually signed in real life for a 1-year like minor league contract or like a non-roster invite type situation. He's 38. He probably wasn't going to stick around with the team too much longer anyways. Alex Gordon, I'm not going to bring him back because I'm pretty sure he just retired in real life as well. Ian Kennedy, he might be with the team still, but I don't want him. Matt Harvey's kind of the same situation, so we're just going to move forward with everything. And let's take a look, because one, I want to show you the draft, because we actually had a really good draft. We just didn't have anybody that was like outstanding. Like 69 overall for Tim Castillo, 66 overall for Sonny McGreal. I mean, look at those hitting stats already. That looks phenomenal. We got Brian Koo, who's got like 96 potential or something like that. Charles Sato is okay. Omar Blanco's got B potential. James Coe's got C potential. I think it was like 76. And those were our picks. Like, we actually had a really good draft. Like, I'm actually really happy about it. I didn't sign one player. He had like 68 potential, and I just decided to let him walk. So looking at our 40-man, I'll add a couple players to make sure we don't lose them. Arbitration, looking at this, I know Michael Franco wasn't given a contract. I'm probably going to let him walk just because they didn't keep him in real life. Probably should just let him walk as well. Plus, we have other players that we could use. Mondesi is one of those players that I might just trade. He just doesn't do well in franchise. I think he's a lot better in real life than he is in franchise. But I'm just going to probably trade him and just see what other shortstop we can get. Or I let Bobby Witt Jr. take over immediately. It really just depends. But I think maybe getting a new shortstop for the meantime is probably the best bet. Looking at the team, I mean, I like it. I think we could definitely do better, especially pitching. Pitching is a big question mark. Just not a lot of like good pitchers. Just not. So I definitely want to spend some money, but not too much. I don't even know how much money we do have to spend. Oof. Man, this is gonna be tough. So I want to spend money on pitching. It doesn't look like there is a lot available, so I don't think it's really worth spending the money. If there are some like cheap players available, maybe like a CJ Crone, which we don't really need, first base actually, but like maybe someone like him, that is a 100% pickup. Oof. How is he not signed by his team? And then looking elsewhere, maybe Starling Marte. We could use a center fielder. Starling Marte wouldn't be too bad. He could also be someone that we look to trade in the future. Okay, so maybe Starling Marte is someone that I look at. Otherwise, I don't really see us making too many moves this offseason. All right, so our first season, I'm going to trade Mondesi for Kyle Lewis. I felt like we could use a little bit of help at like the outfield position. It does leave us a little weak at the shortstop spot, which I could just take JP Crawford from them. Like Noelvi Marte, meh. Like, I guess we could take... Nah, I won't take JP Crawford. I'm going to go Mondesi for Kyle Lewis straight up. Let's go find a shortstop now, because Bobby Witt is good. Like, his hitting stats are around the 70s, but I still think he's at least one season away. So I need to find a shortstop that's like 1 or 2 seasons as like a placeholder. So let's go find somebody. I don't think I've ever done this before, and I don't think I'll ever do this again, but we're going to trade for Miggy Rojas. I'm looking around the league at like other like older shortstops, maybe Jose Iglesias, but I get him so often that I feel like Is it really worth going out and getting him again? We could go out and get like Andrelton Simmons of the Twins, which, you know, I feel like he just signed with the Twins, so there's no point in going out and getting him. And I'm looking elsewhere, maybe like Eric Gonzalez, but that seems just like, so I don't really know who to go and get, because like I said, I don't want to go out and get someone really, really good, because I feel like Bobby Witt could come up maybe even next season. So Miggy Rojas, man, it's Miggy Rojas or Jose Iglesias, and then we'll just take Brady McConnell back. We're gonna go Ryan McBroom and Eric Mejia, and that's the move. Again, I know I get him quite often, but we just need a placeholder for until Bobby Witt's ready. So I'm looking at the rest of the team. I kind of like what I have here. I'm gonna move Witt back to second. We have Soler. I signed Mazzara. I'm gonna show you the rest of the signings. I definitely want to try to find another pitcher though, because we don't have good pitchers. All right, we're gonna get Eliezer Hernandez from the Marlins for Jesse Hahn, Jacob Junis, and Anderson Miller. So let me go get this team all sorted, make sure everything is looking good, and then I'll show you what we're working with. Alrighty, so here we are, roster history time. Let's take a look at what we did. So obviously, not obviously because I haven't shown you this, we signed Salvador Perez to a 2-year extension. It's a club option, so if he doesn't do well, we'll get rid of him. I don't want to, but like if I'm gonna pay someone $12 million a year to play catcher, I need you to do something. Obviously, we just acquired Jose Iglesias. I just signed Jorge Soler to be basically the DH for the next couple seasons. 2-year club option, so if he doesn't do well in 2023, we'll probably just let him go. Trade, boom, got it. So now let's talk about some of the signings that I made. Steven Brault, long reliever. He could do well, he could do terribly. It's hit or miss. I don't know. You know, John Gant was one of those guys that I saw he was available. Super cheap option. We'll see how he does. I don't even think he's in the bullpen right now. He didn't do great last year. We'll have to wait and see. Who else did I sign? Showed you this guy. He looks great. Don't know where we're going to get him in, but we'll find a way to get him into the team. Where else did we add to this squad? Where else? Nomar Mazzara, brought him in to play right field. I'm going to give him game time immediately, or at least kind of a platoon job. We'll see how he does. Ryan Tepera was brought in. Scott Alexander was brought in. Both super friendly deals. So if they don't do well, we just let them walk. And that might be it. Most of them were just kind of like bullpen pickups. You know, Brault, Alexander, Tepera. Otherwise, that's the squad. I mean, we're going to have a couple guys that we're going to move around. John Gant's here, so if he does well, we can keep him, add him to the bullpen if we need to. And then looking at the lineup, this is what we're working with. Salvi, probably a little high for me. I'd rather maybe move him down a little bit, maybe put him there. But, oops, as I hit my mic, so sorry for your ears. But you know what? This is actually not a bad team. Witt. I really need Witt to do well, because normally when I get him in franchise, he doesn't do well. So he's a super friendly contract, so like I'm not going to hate on him, but like I need him to do well. We got Kyle Lewis, I know does well. Dozier hits bombs. Soler hits bombs. We got Benintendi, who I need to kind of have a breakout season. Carlos Santana, aging. We'll see how he does. Jose Iglesias, I just need you to get on base until Witt's ready. And then Nomar Mazzara, we'll see how it goes. Hanser Alberto on the bench, really good versus lefties. We got Kelvin Gutierrez, O'Hearn, Michael Taylor, and Maurice Valoria. Our farm system looks decent. We've got Oliveras, we've got Nicky Lopez, Sulis Matias, we got that Koo guy, and then we've got like Bobby Witt Jr., that third baseman, Jose Caballero, who I think is going to be insane. Season 3, ooh, I like what I'm seeing there. So I'm going to make sure the minors are all set up. I want to see where we're sat for a team. 20th. Understandable. We're not that great. Like, we really aren't. I don't expect us to make the postseason this year, but we might be able to sneak into like maybe a wild card spot. If not, if we're like doing terribly, I'm going crazy on the trades at deadline. That was the reason that I signed a lot of players. I was thinking maybe we trade some at deadline. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So season 1, we actually make it as a wild card team. We're taking on the Astros. Okay, I see you, team. Let's take a look, see how we did. We're 5 games out of the division. You know, I'm actually pretty happy with the team. Did not expect that. I really didn't. The Angels are really good. You already saw they added Tony Gonsolin, which is a pretty big pickup for them. The Braves and the Mets, both unbelievable. I got to check out that Braves team because 108 wins. Are you kidding me? That's insane. So let's go take a look at that Braves squad. So who did they add? Because, I mean, that's just a pretty standard Braves squad. Christian Pache kind of popped off. Okay. Did they add anybody pitching wise that like would have taken them to like the next level? Not really. I'm not really seeing anything too crazy. So, all right, fair enough. We got 2 Gold Glove awards. DJ LeMahieu won the MVP along with Ronald Acuna Jr. We've got Yu Darvish with the Cy Young along with Tony Gonsolin. That's a big pickup for the Angels in this rebuild. Like huge. Ozuna and Trout. You got Osuna and Rosenthal. All right. Pache was Rookie of the Year. And Anderson Tejeda. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look at our pitching staff. I'm kind of interested. Steven Brawl ain't coming back. No. No shot. Scott Alexander, though, kind of nice. Josh Stallman improved, but probably going to let him walk. I did sign him, I think, to a 2-year deal. We could probably trade him. Ryan Tepera was kind of good, though. Might bring him back. Might take that club option that I gave him. Greg Holland, nah. And then Kyle Zimmer was decent. So was Scott Barlow. So, like, half of our bullpen was pretty decent. You know, we do still have players like John Gant, who could potentially come up next year. Kevin McCarthy's there, who's a little bit older, but you know what? Could help us out. Mike Minor was outstanding. Love to see that at the top of the rotation. Brad Keller was decent. Danny Duffy was okay. Not going to bring him back, but he was decent. You got Brady Singer, who's definitely going to be our ace, and then Eliezer Hernandez struggled, but I'm gonna give him a shot. I'm gonna continue to give him a shot. We've got players like Asa Lacy, who's right around the corner. Probably going to give him another season. But we've got a couple others that I'll definitely keep my eye on. I definitely want to see how this young pitching staff does, because we've got some young guys. Bubic, Lacey, we've already got Singer up there, so I'm liking what I'm seeing. So bench was okay, like nothing too crazy. And then looking at the team here, Witt, I'm thinking about moving him to the outfield just because Nomar Mazara, I know, didn't have a great year. I know Kyle Lewis killed it. Love seeing that. You've got Dozier, who had a great year. Soler, fantastic. 41 home runs. Ooh. Salvi with 31 home runs. I'm happy with that. Benintendi was all right. Kind of like a career normal for him, like career average. Santana struggled a little bit, so he might be more of like a bench player next year just because he's dropping in overall. And I feel like we could probably go out and get someone good. You know what? Jose Iglesias, he's not a power hitter. I'm happy with those numbers. Really happy with those numbers. And Nomar Mazara just struggled. We have players, and this is why I'm thinking of moving Mazara to the bench, moving Witt into that outfield spot. We do have Kyle Isbell, you know, Brian Koo, but Bobby Witt might be ready now. Like, I might throw him into the team immediately or let him develop one more season just to get that contact number a little bit higher. But hear me out on this one. Where is this guy? Ooh, he's looking so good. Move him to second base. His fielding is garbage. So that's why I'm saying move him to second base. This guy's looking really, really good. It might be time to call him up and throw him into the squad. Or, you know, we sign another, like, stopgap player. We'll have to wait and see. I'm still thinking about it. But taking on the Astros, boom, we win 1-0. Okay. I like seeing that. I'm going to go like this, move these two, and then sit on that for a little bit. We'll see how we do against the Yankees. And we get eliminated, but you know what? I'm happy with it. That's a good first year with this rebuild. The Yankees end up winning the World Series, beating the Padres. So let's see what we can do with this team. So Tyler Zombro retires. Exclusive negotiations. I'm going to pick up this option. It's $1 million. Super cheap. I'm going to pick up this option as well. $1 million. Super cheap. I'm going to decline Mazara's. No point picking back up. I'm going to pick up Tepera's for 1 more year. John Gant. Super cheap. Might as well. Let Duffy walk. And then how much does he want? 6.7 mil. I'll give him 7. I'll give him a full season of everyday ball, and then we'll just let Bobby Witt develop for 1 more season. I know you guys want to see Bobby Witt. I just don't want to rush him. That's really what it comes down to. I'm going to add those guys to the 40-man. I don't want to lose them. Arbitration, let's see here. Not Mazara. I'm going to let him walk, but everybody else is getting it. Contracts, everybody's getting a contract. I definitely want to boost this starting rotation a little bit. Actually, we might just call up, what was it? Bubic or Asa Lacy, one of those two. And then I'm going to get rid of Brault 100%. I'm going to bring up John Gant or sign a reliever, and we should be fine. Maybe just sign a reliever. Who's available? You know what? Maybe just sign a reliever. How was Michael Lorenzen last year? Not great, but he was good in 2020. Andrew Chafin was pretty solid. I mean, there's some options available that I kind of like the looks of. So might just sign a reliever. And is there a starter that we could do for like maybe 1 year to let some of those younger guys develop? Because like Lacey's right on the cusp of being ready. So maybe like a Corey Kluber or a Scherzer. Okay, we got some options. Season 2, I want to strengthen the bullpen a little bit. I'm going to get rid of Stallmont. And you're probably thinking, why am I trading a reliever if I want to strengthen the bullpen? Stallmont just struggled. I figured let's get someone I kind of trust in Victor Arano. Maybe a little bit more than Josh Stallmont. Even though I think Josh Stallmont in real life is going to be kind of nasty. But you can see this is the bullpen right now. And it looks okay. I did bring in Daniel Norris on a 2-year club option situation. You know how I like to do it. And he wasn't great last year, but that was in the closing spot. The year before, he was a setup guy, and he was great. So I think let's throw him in the long relief spot. Let's see how he does. The rest of the bullpen was pretty solid last year. I don't want to change it. And then when you look at the starters, I brought in James Paxton for a season just to kind of be another veteran in the lineup or the rotation. And I'm going to give Eliezer Hernandez 1 more year. We have plenty of guys in the farm system who look like they'll be ready to come up next year. I'm talking Asa Lacy, Chris Bubic. You got Skoglund. I'm going to get rid of Brault. Don't worry about it. Daniel Lynch. Like, there's a couple other players we definitely need to keep our eye on. And when you look at the lineup, I brought in Jed Lowry, which is unbelievable. But I just need a backup shortstop. We've got Kelvin Gutierrez, Ryan O'Hearn, Maybris Valoria, and Edward Olivares. So this is what we're working with. The team offensively was great last year. I'm going to leave it as is. Hanser Alberto is going to get his shot in the lineup because this is what I'm thinking next year. So we could keep Witt in the outfield, right? And then what was I going to say? Oh, Caballero's coming up next year, 100%. I'm going to put him in AAA because I definitely think he's going to be really good. I'm also going to make him a second baseman because he's going to be playing second base for us. Like, that's just what I've decided. He's our second baseman. Or it was second base and like left field that he could play. Let me double check. Second base, left field, and third base. I mean, those positions really aren't going to be opening up. So Carlos Santana most likely not coming back. Hunter Dozier is going to stay at first. So I guess third base would actually open up. Bobby Witt's playing short no matter what. Like, that's done, right? So we could either go out and sign an outfield, move Witt back to second, the guy to third, and then Bobby Witt. Basically what I'm saying is Bobby Witt Jr. is playing short, that Caballero guy is playing second or third, and then Whit Merrifield can stay in right or he can cover second. We're going to have a good lineup next year. Like, this team is set for the future. I have a lot of good signings put into place. Let's get into the regular season so I can show you. We've got Isbell still, Koo, Witt Jr., we've got Melendez, we've got Caballero, who I think is 100% playing next year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I made a huge mess describing that. I hope you guys understood it. I mean, I feel like you should. I feel like you definitely should have understood it. Carlos Santana is definitely not coming back next year. Salvi most likely will. Soler most likely will. A couple players are becoming free agents. So, like, if this year doesn't go, like, great, we're okay because we're going to have a lot of money to spend in the offseason. So, again, this is one of those seasons where if we make the postseason, great. If we don't, it's not the end of the world because next year we'll have a lot of young guys coming up. We got a lot of money to spend. We're going to be in a really good spot. So, here's the lineup. It looks strong. Could be stronger, yes, but it looks strong right now. Pitching rotation, solid. You know, some veterans, some young guys. I like the team. I have faith in it. And let's see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So we won the division 98-64. We're taking on the Angels, who we took on last year in the wild card, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So we were 98-64. Great team ERA. Pretty solid team average as well. I love seeing that. Let's see, anybody else just pop off? The Braves are still really good. The Padres, okay. Okay. The Yankees, the Blue Jays, all right. We do have a couple league leaders. Kyle Lewis, I'm telling you, he's a great pickup for us. Home runs, anybody outlandish? 50 for Arenado, not bad. When we take a look at the awards, we got a Silver Slugger and a Gold Glove. Jose Abreu took away the MVP with a 305 average, 48 home runs. Man, he's had some great seasons last 2 seasons. What else we got? Syndergaard was MVP in the NL. Okay, so obviously he won the Cy Young. Looking at other awards, I almost traded for Yimi Garcia instead of whoever we picked up. We picked up Victor Arano, right? I'm pretty sure that's who we picked up. But I was going to trade for Yimi Garcia, but I thought we already made a trade with the Marlins for Eliezer Hernandez. So let's not go pick up another Marlins player. I'm telling you, Daniel Norris, long reliever, he's a goon. Scott Alexander still did the job. You got Tepera, who's still putting up crazy good numbers. Arano, solid pickup for us, 87 overall. He does become a free agent, though, so we got to pay him. John Gant ain't coming back. Kyle Zimmer and Scott Barlow. I think he's going to be nasty, too. He's going to be good for the Royals. And, I mean, our bullpen's looking so good. Brad Keller did well. Brady Singer got roughed up a little bit. Mike Minor's still putting up solid numbers. James Paxton. There we go. James Paxton, or as I call him, Pames Jackson. He did well. Eliezer Hernandez. There we go. I mean, we've got a squad forming. Asa Lacy's right around the corner. We got Chris Bubich. I don't know. We've got this guy that we drafted year 1, Tim Castillo. He looks like he could be nasty. Like, we've got some good pitchers. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Our bench. I mean, this guy, I think this guy might have to start. Maybe put him in right, and then Witt moves to second. We've got a lot of different options, but Witt was kind of bad. Definitely needs to drop in the lineup. Kyle Lewis might just be our leadoff guy. He looks great. 420 on base percentage. Hunter Dozier's putting up great numbers. Soler. Salvi's still putting up respectable numbers. I like to see it. Benintendi, there we go. Love it. He does hit free agency. We're going to have to pay him. Carlos Santana definitely took a step down. So like I said, he's probably going to move to more of a platoon role. Jose Iglesias had a great season. Phenomenal year. And then Hanser Alberto, not great, but I'm telling you, we've got some guys that are coming up. Oh, I forgot to sign this guy. See potential though, so not too worried about it. But Bobby Witt starting next year. Jose Caballero starting next year. Who else we got? We've got Prado, Isbell. I mean, this team is, it's looking stacked. We got this guy that we drafted who could potentially be like a platoon guy, our new Hanser Alberto. Like, we've got a squad. Holy cow. All right, we gotta focus on the playoffs though, against the Angels. And come on, please don't lose. We gotta put, who had the best? We gotta put Keller there. Sorry, Eliezer, like, you're great, but 0-1, that's tough right there. Okay. You know what, though? The White Sox defeat the Padres. That's back-to-back losses in the World Series for the Padres, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Jed Lowry retired. Understandable. He's like 38. Free agency time. Benintendi. What are you looking for? All right. We'll do that. 19 mil. That's a lot. I'm going to pick up this Barlow option. 2 mil. What a steal. 12 mil for Perez. 9 mil for Soler. Picking up this 4 million option for Norris. And O'Hearn, 2.3 mil. Psh, yeah. Okay. Who else are we paying? Maybe let Santana go. How much does he want? 3 mil? I'll hold off for now. Jose Iglesias, how much does he want? 6 mil? I'm going to hold off. And then Alberto, how much do you want? 7 mil? Definitely not paying that. But I'm basically just holding off on everybody else. I really need Benintendi to sign that. I'm hoping he signs that. Please sign that. What are we looking at? Did he sign it? He did sign it. Perfect. Okay, so we have Benintendi. Witt is definitely dropping in the lineup. I'm thinking Olivares plays right. We got Witt at second. Shortstop Witt. Second base is going to be Witt, like I said. So third base is going to be Caballero. And we should be good. Offensively, like that's a strong team. I like that offensive lineup. And then when we take a look at pitching, it's going to be Singer, Keller, Hernandez. We've got Asa Lacy. Is he ready? Or is it going to be Bubik? Or maybe both? You know what? We might not have to spend any money. if anything, we could just go crazy and make like a really big trade to pick up a player, which I like Witt. He's kind of been the face for the Royals for quite some time, but like he dropped off so quickly. We definitely need bullpen help though. Definitely need bullpen help. That's an area. So might trade Witt. That's really about it. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but like team's looking good. I'm liking it. I mean, this team shaped up like really quickly and like really well. I did not expect that at all. He slots right in, and he was originally a third baseman, so we'll just move him back to third base. Oh man. So boom, look at that team. Oh, that's gross. I'm loving it. I'll see you guys for the final season. You know what, Edward Olivares is good. Let's bring in Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, we don't necessarily need him, but like, you know what, let's go crazy with it. Let's get a really good power bat. Add him to the lineup. Shohei's in the squad now. There we go. Boom. There it is. So this is how it's going to work. Shohei plops right in here. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. And you're thinking, well, what about the DH? What happens then? I don't know. I didn't think about that, but we're going to figure it out. So who's getting dropped here? I mean, what do we do with Shohei here? Because Kyle Lewis can't leave the team. And okay. We'll figure it out. Maybe, I mean, I feel like Benintendi can't lead the team either. This is like the whole reason I'm doing this rebuild is because he just joined the squad. So maybe Shohei is just like, you know what? Boom. Slots right in there. We swap those two out. And then realistically, yeah, we're going like that. That's the team. Shohei, he gets on the bench for one lineup, two lineups at most, but we're in the AL. We rock the DH every day anyway. So that is the squad. Realistically, it probably would be Soler that gets dropped when we don't have the DH. I know that. I'm not crazy, but like Soler's cranking home runs for a living. That's the team. I mean, oof, it is looking so good. Unbelievable. Look at Caballero. Look at Bobby Witt Jr. slotting in. We've got Witt in the lineup. I signed David Peralta to be a bench bat for us. We've got Freddie Galvis, a bench bat. The team looks unbelievable. Let's take a look at pitching now. I brought in Matt Bowman for a season. He's been really good last couple years. And then on top of that, I brought in Tyler Duffy, a 2-year deal. I mean, he's been lights out as well. So, I mean, look at this team. We have assembled a god squad. This team is so good. And we're a little tight on the budget. I ain't going to lie. But Perez becomes a free agent. Soler, Ohtani, Bowman, Norris, Dozier, Galvis, Witt. A lot of people become free agents. You can spend that money on some younger guys, or you let some of the younger guys come up. You pick who you want to keep. This team is set. We're ranked 17th. That is garbage. We are stacked. We are such a good team. There's no way we're 17th. I'll see you guys at the end of it. So we won the division again, 97-65, and we're taking on the winner of the wild card, which means we were the best team in the AL. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. That's definitely what that means. We were the best team in the AL this year. Ooh, okay. Any other teams stand out? The Cubs. The Cubs? The Cubs. What did they do? What do they got rocking? Chris Taylor, okay. Hayward, Seager, Happ, okay. I mean, they've got kind of one of those glitchy squads that it just does well. Like, I'm gonna take a look at their pitching, and they're just gonna have some like glitchy pitchers as well. Let's see what we got. Syndergaard, Hendricks. Okay, those are just good pitchers. Alzolay, Kluber, Trevor Williams, Mills was lights out. Lorenzen, Chafin. I mean, I guess. Sure. Why not? We got some league leaders, Soler and Bobby Witt Jr. Let's see who led the league in home runs. Soler and then Juan Soto. I got to get Juan Soto some way, shape, or form in a rebuild. Like, he's just too good. We got an MVP for Soler and then an AL Rookie of the Year for Asa Lacy. Okay. Jared Walsh is in the mix for MVP. Mookie Betts won it in the National League. Okay. Severino on the Twins. What else we got here? Anything else that's interesting? Asa Lacy, Christian Javier, and then Bobby Witt Jr. I see he had himself quite a season. Okay. All right. Let's go take a look. See what we got here. Daniel Norris, he might be my go-to long reliever. He's been so good lately. Scott Alexander, low-key, been a beast. We've got Matt Bowman, kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Victor Arano, lights out. Talk about a crazy good pickup. Tyler Duff, man, this might be the best bullpen I've ever assembled. Scott Barlow, yeah, he sucked, but wow, was that a good bullpen. You got Brady Singer, who's outstanding. Brad Keller. Eliezer Hernandez struggled, okay. So did Chris, and Asa Lacy was really good. So you know what? I'm going to do this just like that. That's going to be our rotation for the playoffs. And let's take a look, see how our bench did. David Peralta, not a bad season. Not a bad season. I'll take it. We've got Kelvin Gutierrez. Freddie Galvis was all right. He played a lot of games. Why did he play so much? Did they change the lineup on me? Please tell me they didn't change the lineup on me. No, they didn't. He just got a lot of game time, it looks like. Okay. We've got O'Hearn and Mabers Valoria. You know what might have happened? Yep, they took him out because he doesn't have third base anymore. So Freddie Galvis popped in at third base. So you know what? That's super annoying, but that's really frustrating. Oh man, that's tough. So he only got 62 at bats this year. He could have been so good. All right, Kyle Lewis is great. We all expected that. 43 home runs. Caballero, that sucks. That was on me. I definitely should have fixed that. Dozier, still really good season. Soler was MVP. Salvi was solid. Benintendi took a step back. Unfortunate. Shohei was great. Love to see it. Witt, back to what he does best. Bobby Witt Jr. almost won Rookie of the Year, so I can't complain about that. He had a great season. I mean, this team is so good. And then look at the farm system. Look at the farm system, man. We've got players galore. Players galore. Love seeing that. So here we go. Postseason time. Taking on the Rays. This is going to be a tough matchup for sure. I knew this was going to happen. Boom. Okay. Eliezer Hernandez. I'm sorry. Just can't do it. We gotta let the youngster Brady Singer. Boom. Who lost it? Brady Singer lost it. Come on, man. Don't. Why? We put together this crazy good team. Like, we are so good. We went from what, like 19th or whatever it was to 9th. We have such a good team put together here. Like, I really like this Royals team. This was insane. We got some good trades, some good free agency pickups, like this Caballero guy. He kind of suffered because I messed up on the change of positions, but overall, I mean, this team is so good. Bobby Witt is in the squad now. Whew. I like this team we've assembled. I hope you did too. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what video to do next. If you haven't followed any of my social medias, make sure you go and follow them. They're all in the description below. That's about it, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.